Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Shannon here with Back to the Cardboard, and welcome back to another episode of Sunday Signature Showdown. And like always, we're going to start this episode off with the vintage card of the day. And today's vintage card is the 1975 Topps George Brett rookie card. Beautiful card. George Brett, one of my favorite players. I have a really nice player run of him I like to share with you all someday. But man, look at this card. The 75 set has really grown on me over the years. I once really didn't like it, but now, man, it's one of my favorite 70 sets. I say that, I guess, about all the 70 sets. But man, look at this card. Purple, green. What colors go better with the Kansas City Royals than those colors? But anyway, check this card out. What a beautiful, beautiful example of George Brett's rookie card. And let's flip this script and move on to our last winner of the showdown between Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco. Yes, the two Bash brothers went head-to-head. Let's find out who took it. Last episode's winner of Sunday Signature Showdown was none other than, drumroll please, Jose Canseco took it. Believe it or not, this was, folks, it come down to a tie. I ain't gonna lie. McGwire and Canseco tied in votes. And I had to make an executive decision, and I gave the edge to Jose Canseco. I like them both equally as players. I like these cards equally, and I went with, who have I ever met? I have met Jose Canseco, and I always tell this joke at work sometimes. It's like, did I ever tell you the story about when I hung out with Jose Canseco? And I did for a brief second or two or three. And we even did the forearm bash. So last episode's Sunday Signature Showdown winner, Jose Canseco. Now let's move on to this week's contestants. So our first contestant is none other than El Toro, the great left-hander that pitched for the Dodgers, Fernando Valenzuela. Fernando passed away right about this time last year, October 22nd. And like I alluded to, pitched for the Dodgers for about 10 or 11 years there in the 80s, basically all of the 80s. And really, FrenandoMania swept the whole country in 81. And he was that year voted the Rookie of the Year. And to this day is the only Rookie of the Year that's ever won a Cy Young the exact same year. Pitched a no-hitter in 1990, was often used, believe it or not, as a pinch hitter by Tony Lasorda quite a bit. This is a 2000 Fleer Greats of the Game. This is a in-person auto, but man, I really, really like it. Blue, bold blue Sharpie across the foreground, and his determined pitching delivery to the plate there in the background. Just a beautiful card. I really like the placement of the autograph on this. It does spill over into the edge a little bit, and the edges of this card are just a little bit dinged up, I guess you could say, a little bit rubbed. But our first contestant, the 2000 Fleer Greats of the Game, Fernando Valenzuela, in-person auto. Now, let's move on to contestant number 2. And our second autograph today is none other than Tony Oliva. This is also in a 2000 Fleer Greats of the Game. This is an authentic Fleer Skybox auto. Tony today is 87 years old and spent his entire playing career with the Minnesota Twins. In 2022, he was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame through the Golden Eras Committee. Mr. Oliva was the Rookie of the Year, 8-time All-Star, and was a heck of a hitter. 3-time batting champion, and a lifetime average over 300. This is a beautiful, beautiful auto, well centered underneath his bat. I really, really like this one. I like it in black. And it's just well placed. It's just bold, and I really, really like it. So what do you guys think? So let's get these side by side and get a real good look at them. So here are the autos side by side. Take a real close look. And as always, vote however you feel. If you like the Twins better than you do the Dodgers or vice versa, you just cannot stand the Dodgers and you don't really care for Tony Oliva, but your vote is against the Dodgers, then vote for Tony. I really don't care, but take into consideration the value and appeal of the autograph. Often, like I said, comes down to who signed it. Tony Oliva is a Hall of Famer. Fernando is a Mexican League Hall of Famer. Were they rookie of the years? In this case, both of them are rookie of the year. Star potential, they were both stars in their own right. And which autograph is more desirable? Tony Oliva is, like I said, 87 years old and still signing today. Fernando passed away about this time last year, so he is not signing anymore. Signature quality, they both are very sharp. Tony Oliva looks a little more controlled, and Fernando looks a little more hastily because it's an in-person auto. But they're both clean, bold. Oliva is probably a little more centered. And neither one of them are stickers, of course. No smudges, fading, really. And then the overall card design, both of them are well designed, in my opinion. The autograph's well placed. And that does matter. Cards with sharp corners, strong centering, and no surface damage, make them look even better. The corners and the edges on these are really not the best, but they're not bad. They're acceptable in my opinion. And then you're looking at the well-designed layout. It really showcases the autograph clearly without real too busy backgrounds. I think both of these are in that. So basically it boils down to which one is going to be your favorite. So guys, that's the signatures. They've been shown. Now the choice is yours. Vote down below which autograph deserves the crown this week. Comment your pick, and next time we'll announce who reigns supreme in Sunday Signature Showdown. Hey, thanks a lot, guys. That's all I got. Until next time, collect what you love what you collect, and always keep swinging for the fences. Peace. Bye.